say bye-bye. If you really don't get it, everybody try and hit it. Ain't real love, why try? And when she ride with a nigga and she side with a nigga, have a feeling like a drop.
Salute everybody. Is the manosphere really about women? Okay. Darwynn McPherson debates Red Pill on Sharon Bracey. Now, does the manosphere push for men to really get women? Or is it, this is Sharon Bracey's words, but I had to look at it and say, wait a minute. Is it pushing men, or at least some of these men, to be lovers of men? I don't know, bro. I had a conversation the other day. I was talking to Obsidian. He's the person that's like the archetype of the whole damn thing, right? The ideology, at least. Okay. One guy came on the panel and he said, I'm an advocate. The guy name was Brutal Reviews. Maybe you know him. That's the first day I met him. I'm not against nobody, especially nobody that's looking like that. Personally, I come from a hood in the streets where that's all we know. And that we already know. Okay, cool. But he said he was an advocate. And I was like, all right, cool, son, you an advocate. All right, cool. So what have you learned since adopting these ideologies that we could say something has shifted, something has changed for you? Do you know what his answer was? He didn't have an answer. He talked about his own mind and what it did for his own brain. I spoke to another person and another person and another person. And it seems like I'm getting the same answer, which is no answer.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Which is no answer. You can't tell me how adopting these ideologies can help you to get a woman and how it's changed how women are interacting with you. You can't tell me that. Y'all could tell me about statistics. You could tell me what it looked like on black and white on paper. You could talk to me about some semen retention, some holding back your semen pause, and all types of shit like that. You're talking about a woman want a tall man and she want this and she want that. I think a woman want a real nigga. You're tall, you're short, I don't know. I think she want a nigga that's real. He might have been a short nigga, might have been a midget. The nigga was real. I don't know. But you can't learn that from paper. And you're never going to be able to learn that from black and white. You're going to have to get out in the world, live life, make incorrections, make mistakes, and learn that. But the last time I checked, and look at me, and I'm telling you right now, I've never had a problem with getting or obtaining a woman. Now, keeping a woman is something else. That's something that I'll talk to you about later. But I'm telling you, never had a problem. Never. But you know what I've learned from meeting women and getting women? Is that ain't no nigga gonna tell me how to get no woman. You gonna learn how to get a woman from a woman. That's why back in the days, they sent you to the madam who had the women and all of that, and they schooled you into the art of love. Ain't no nigga gonna tell you. I could tell you what works for me. Just because something works for me, that don't mean it's gonna work for you. Is it? What I see is that this is a recycling bin. This is a grift. The whole shit is a grift. So I'm against the whole thing. This is personally. Yes, some of the points can be made are right. And yes, they're true. Yes. Yes. I believe what it probably came from, pause, started from, maybe was real and maybe was about brothers and obtaining their children and different things like that we could see that are social injustices, and we can get that. Okay. But this thing has spawned into something else now. This thing has spawned. Obsidian being one of the, not one of the archetype of the ideology, says that he doesn't care about the people that we're meeting online every day. Everybody has come from, pause, from that way of thinking, right? They have. They've come from that. Yet he says that these people are in the dark recesses of YouTube. And these people, and I asked him a question. I said, okay, Obsidian, how would we identify these people if we ever seen them? How would we identify them, bro? Tell me. Right? Tell me. He said, you know how you would know? Because when you look behind them, you won't see a fireplace behind there. I could put a fireplace on this screen. What the fuck that mean? Tell me.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
Does that make me real? Does that mean I know something about life, you, women, anybody? That don't mean shit. Anybody can look a part, play a part, especially if they studying some goddamn talking points, because it seems like everybody that want to say something about this shit only talking about talking points. Straight. I challenge any of you niggas to be around me with some women in the room, nigga, and see which bitch gonna fuck with you over me. Show me that shit, nigga. No talking point at all. No black and whites, no nothing. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, nigga. And we both got money. So now what? And I'm not even leading with none of that. Straight. So what is it really about? I think that these men are pushing the youth in the wrong way. Straight. Obsidian being one of them. The angry man being two. I'm him too. O'Shea Jackson, he's a part of the whole thing too. Whoever you said was a part of the Manosphere before, it was a guy named Man of Tomorrow. I've also tagged him in this video as well. He was telling me about the other people, and I could get it that other people are part of the construct and help create this thing way before this thing was a thing. And maybe they not be credited. So when I listened to Man of Tomorrow, when he was saying, I was listening to what he was saying because he was saying some historical stuff about the Manosphere, because I'm here to learn as well, right? So I'm not just here to attack stuff, right? But at the same time, this thing has become something else now. Okay? This thing has become something else now. Okay? I've seen a couple of videos from O'Shea Duke Jackson, and I've seen him speaking against Obsidian. I've seen him speaking about specifically about a few points, especially about that book that he got in his hand, that Saint Kevin Samuel's book. And how Kevin never liked him after a certain point. At least Angry Man, they ain't like each other. But then he was on his channel, Angry Man, like he pushing the book and all type of vibes. And I don't know. O'Shea Duke Jackson made me look at it a little bit different. I started to say, yeah, this kind of looks a little shaky. It really, really does. While I was on the channel, some people ended up giving him some pushback on it and saying, did the family back the book? That's the big question. Is Kevin Samuel's family or estate receiving some proceeds from said book? That's a big thing. I know business is people's own business, and I can only imagine that they should be or would be receiving some proceeds from the book. But the first book popped because Kevin Samuels gave the book a shout out. He did a second book and Kevin did not push it. There's a lot of things that's in question when it comes to all of that shit, bro. But for me, what I take the most is for a person that created the construct, the thought, the thinking, and the ideology to say that he don't give a fuck about the people who have adopted it. And those people are just in the dark recesses of YouTube or the dark corners, and you don't care about any of these people. Yet these are the people that we pushing out into the world, not just into YouTube. This kind of thinking is what we pushing out there. So now it's all about memberships and fees, and now it's really about whoever goes to the man clave. Now it's all about the man clave. Out of all the years of this thing existing, Obsidian says it's only produced 5 marriages. Shout out to you, but goddamn. I would have think it produced more marriages than. I'm just saying. That's just my own thoughts. Some of them, at least. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think niggas need to get outside and touch grass. Okay? A lot of people that's talking to you about women and shit like that never got a woman, and if they did or they do or whatever the case may be, she ain't nothing that you want to see. She ain't nothing that you want to see, son. Real shit. She's not nothing that you want to see. That's me live at the trial, Diddy trial. You already know. Make sure you go check. It's funny. Fuck the trial. When I'm out there, shit was funny. Period. I'm not in the case. The fuck I'm acting like I'm on trial for. Them niggas too serious. And now Obsidian is making a tour and he's making a run again. But Obsidian, an angry man. O'Shea Drew Jackson went against you, so I'm gonna let him off at least a little bit of right now. He don't have nothing to do with this person. But anybody that's pushing that think that there's a difference between a manosphere and a manosphere, or there is two worlds, because this is what people are telling me. You keep and multiple people are saying that. Then what are you doing to make sure that other world don't exist? To show people that there is a difference between whatever you deem to be some real way of thinking or some real ideology and whatever else this shit has spawned to be today now. Because all I see is a bunch of men that's trying to step on women to get or be whatever they need to be. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. Because I think you can make a lot of points without having to do that. So is the manosphere helping men or is it hurting men? And is the manosphere hurting women or is it helping women? Because the whole thing is to help men understand that, right? But what is it about? Women are being brutalized based upon some of the ideology and the thinking, and that's fucked up. Women are being brutalized physically, emotionally, or mentally based on these sets of thinkings. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, bro? This is real. And then we wonder why this shit is fucked up. It's because of this, bro. It's because of shit like this. I do want to get into a conversation. It's just me just talking, but I know I'm going to clip that part out of this stream. But I do want to get into a conversation with Darwynn McPherson, Sharon Bracey, and I was on the channel as well. And him being a person that came from the manosphere, you know, or he's in there because he's there. You know what I'm saying? And he's from there and he's there. So I'm not saying that he's not. But I've also seen people giving him pushback and people had things to say about his past and his past content and the lines that he was pushing maybe initially. But when I was there in this conversation, so when I was listening to him talk, you know, he spoke about a shift. He spoke about something that he's seen, not only within the manosphere, but outside of this, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to listen to this conversation because everybody's going to have their own side on it, but at least he was able to come there and chill. You know what I'm saying? So that other people, even people came to attack him, whatever. So we could have conversations with people, even Obsidian popping out for the smoke. Shout out to that though, because he's been outside for the smoke. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him for that, because a lot of people don't want to come outside. But when a nigga can't tell me how something helped you and it didn't get you to get no women, but you want to sit here talking, and then you're going to be on panels only talking, because these conversations ain't really happening on the real world, right? Some real YouTube shit. So what I mean? So you're going to sit here and talk, right? And who you really talking to, man? Women ain't trying to hear that dumb shit. So who's you talking to? Who? Last time I thought or remembered, women like action, homie. So you ain't even got to say too much. Straight. How you moving is how she gonna move on your energy. And that's just point blank, period, nigga. So if you want some ducker, sucker, ducker shit, then you gonna be a sucker, ducker, nigga. Let's just keep it real. I get it. Some people need the help. Some people need the assistance, right? Some men don't, a lot of men, not some men, a lot of men don't have father figures. They don't have men in their lives. So I can see how addictive the ideologies could be, or just you could watch one video and get kind of caught into it. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't have a figure in your life to tell you like, look, man, this is what women like, or this is how you should interact with a woman. this is how you get this or do this. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have that, I understand that, but that's where the grift comes in. And I really don't think that the manosphere is really about helping men. I think it's about certain men helping themselves to money. That's what I think the manosphere is about, period, in a nutshell. Whether it started from something or not, that's neither here nor there. I think that this shit has mutated to something else. Okay? And anybody who helped to start this shit need to be putting their hand in to help to stop the wrong things about something. Because the same people will come on and tell you about God like an angry man want to debate. Don't debate us about shit, angry man. Get out of here. We don't want to hear it, sir. Don't want to hear it. No, sir. Don't want to hear it. No. Talk to me about God. Don't talk to me about nothing. The fuck are you on there debating about, angry man? Not a goddamn soul. Because you want to run and hide from the shit that you helped create and the shit that you helped push to line your motherfucking pockets. So let's keep this shit a whole motherfucking 1,000. And one thing I took from this stream, which I'm going to play from Darwynn McPherson and Sharon Bracey on Sharon's channel. He said, I came to YouTube with my bag. So that's how come I could be whatever I was thinking. And this is how come I'm making this shift. And it was easier for me to make this shift. Well, guess what? I ain't got this shift, nigga. But I ain't come here begging you motherfuckers for nothing. On Jesus Sanders. So we don't want to hear no debating from angry men about nothing else, nigga. We want to hear about these fucking incels and all this other shit that's going on that y'all help to push the fuck out here. Because O'Shea Jackson talking against your ass and his ass. I done seen 2 videos on that shit. What are y'all doing to help that? And if y'all not doing Obsidian too, he already told me he's not doing shit. So he'd already canceled himself out. And he's the one that created the construct. But you think the white man who you talking about who created the fucking construct don't give a fuck who's in the construct and all that shit? That nigga makes sure everybody's in the construct. He gives a fuck. Don't think he don't give a fuck. So why Obsidian, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck? And why motherfuckers running off like they don't remember that this is the shit they use to line their pockets? O'Shea Jackson too. He's not excluded. He's not excluded. But the way we stop them is by getting rid of the top. We take the neck off the cobra. We take the neck off the cobra and everything else gonna see it. Or we will expose the head of the cobra. Period, point blank. And that's what's going on. Ain't no friendships, man. Okay? It's about helping younger people. And if you look like this, then it's all about helping younger women and men that look like that. If you old, you gray, you got a fucking Santa Claus beard and all this shit, then guess what, nigga? It ain't your time no more. That's all God has showed you. It's not your time no more, and it ain't mine's. Straight. I want to hear what them niggas is doing to change that. That's why I only asked Obsidian the questions I asked him. Okay? I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm from where niggas argue and complete the fucking things that they arguing about. Fuck that shit. That shit ain't helping nobody. So I'm not here to argue with niggas. Okay? But I didn't create the Bible. You didn't create the spiritual belief you believe in. And you not perfect right now. And I'm not perfect, right? But if you've seen somebody that believe in what you believe in and they was going wrong, you might say something to them and say, yo, man, maybe that's not the right way you going about it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not perfect, so who's me to say it? But yo, you know what I mean? Maybe you could do it like that or look at it like that, right? You might be inclined to do that. You ain't even perfect. You ain't no preacher, no pastor, but you might do that. Obsidian said, fuck that. And he's the creator of the construct, so he's God to them. And God don't give a fuck. God has called you a reject, a bum ass nigga who living with your mother, nigga. If you ain't got a fucking screen like this behind me, nigga, you ain't shit, nigga. If you ain't got a fucking clothes like this, then you not nothing, nigga. When you go to the fucking flea market and find a fucking jacket like this and put this shit on and faked it to make it, like many motherfuckers did, especially after Kevin Samuels passed away. You watch everybody try to put on a goddamn suit coat and an overcoat or some shit and be the role, nigga. But you niggas is corny, and we know you not that. We didn't see that happen. We didn't watch that. We didn't watch that. We're going to get into this. This is what we're going to get into. I'm going to look at the chat. I ain't going to look at there yet. I'll be in my own mind first. I will be dropping links and all that. So, especially if you're talking in the chat, then you can most definitely hit the panel and speak your mind. All right? No smoke being ducked. Straight.
Talking about Twilight.
I'm talking to a
I
don't understand.
Hello, Bruce. So let me ask you this question. The lady made this statement. I want you to comment on this. She said, inside the red pill, they're giving examples of what men want men to be and not what women want men to be. What do you think about that statement?
There's nothing right or wrong about it. It's just everybody got their own perspective on how they see it. But I think the important thing is to figure out where was the red pill or who was it orchestrated by? What was the intentions behind it? And if you can connect the dots between how the guys in the space are moving to the original purpose or direct definition of the term, then just lean on that. But oftentimes you have some people that just can't connect those dots. And what they do is they end up having their own perspective.
I always viewed it as the goal was to get to the bag for a few content creators. Would you agree with that, or you think it's something different?
You said the goal was to get to the bag for a few red pill content creators?
Correct.
Yeah. That's also a thing. It's also a thing to, as a content creator, there is a bag in the red pill space. If you can learn the ideology and become a content creator, you can most definitely get a bag by pushing the rhetoric, pushing the narrative.
Let me ask this question.
I believe.
I need to understand what
he's ready to go on the mountaintop and scam them niggas too.
I know. I just want to make sure I understand where he's standing at, right? Because I don't think I know where he stands. So do you believe that the red pill is helping families today or is hurting families today?
Good question.
Well, I don't think it's doing it. I don't think the intentions of red pill.
My question to whoever's listening right now, do you think the red pill, especially if you are in the red pill, do you think that the red pill is hurting families today, or do you think that red pill is helping families today? So that's a good question, Eda Man Williams. That's a good question. What do you think? Do you think it helps us? We done been here for mad years with the same ass talking points, and we staying in the same place or push back further than the first place. You will meet some people that talk to you that come from that space. You be like, "Fuck, they don't even know the goddamn talking points." You done heard this shit recycled so much, and you ain't even in the shit. You could tell them about the talking point better. Like, yo, bro, that ain't your point, bro. This how the shit go. Come on, bro. Life is not about talking points. Life is about living. And sometimes we just get so caught up in the talking points. It's kind of like when I met this guy, he's be on, I don't want to name him, but he was on Chaotic Truth channel. And he does the gematria. You know what I'm saying? But he's so in these numbers, and I get it. This number could equal this. And when you're dealing with the people up there, they probably thinking on some symbolics. Okay, whatever. But you get so caught up in all these numbers, bro, that you start missing life. You start missing real quality time with your wife. You start missing real quality time with your kids. You start missing shit, son, just getting caught up in all this other shit. You miss what's right in front of you, man. You get lost in the numbers, bro. And that's what I see.
Was the help was family focus
At all.
I think red pill, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I think it's just to give you an understanding of reality that you may not get otherwise. There's no doctrine, there's no Bibles. I mean, there's no religion, no teaching and academics that'll teach you a lot of the concepts or understanding that the red pill will. So a lot of guys are basically, it's a combination of personal experiences that
That's the most honest definition of red pill I've ever heard.
No, but I'm trying to understand. So based on today, I get what you said, that it wasn't created this. Is this helping families or is it hurting families, in your opinion, from being here for a while?
I don't think it's doing neither. I think the family concept of it is irrelevant.
Oh, so you think it
He said, I don't think it's doing neither. I think the family concept in it is irrelevant. I think it's pushing men to be more apprehensive, to hold back from talking, and you thinking about all these stats in your head and, oh, I should say this at this part of the date. And you so much in the statistics of the shit. I don't think that you're really just living in the moment. I don't think that you're here. You're not present. So much in all of these other things. Yeah, you could say, they telling you to limit your money or whatever the case I say they tell them to do. What they tell them to go 50-50 and all this stuff too? Whatever they tell them to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it helping you though? Is it helping you? Is it benefiting? It's not about you though, because we can always see a slight change as it's raining and you just hit one. Remember, you missed 20 jump shots. You start hitting 1 or 2. Now you think you back on fire. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to know, when I'm talking to Manosphere people or people from there, men, okay, what in turn from a woman, what is a woman doing different? How is this changing how a woman is interacting with you? How is that changing? Is you getting more women? Is women obeying you? Or I've heard one guy say obey. Are they submitting? What the fuck is going on? What are you learning from this? What, besides just talking points and shit you know in your head that you could probably talk to somebody on the street that niggas don't even care on the street, really. But really, the talking points that you're talking about really is just online. Unless you're going to be a counselor or some shit. And if you're a counselor, they're going to give you effective solutions. They're going to give you effective solutions. I don't think that these ideologies are effective solutions for men universally. I don't think. Maybe some men could take 1 or 2 points and say, you know what? Damn, I was bugging. Tweak, and go off to the races. Okay, because those men probably didn't need as much help. See what I'm saying? But a lot of men need more help than that. And they don't need the help of a man. They need the help of a woman, bro. They need the help of a woman to understand this shit. You don't need the help of no nigga. What are you talking about? There's some part, the birds and the bees, your pops, how much birds and bees your pops gonna tell you about, nigga? It's over then, bro. You got to go sting something or go fly and go sting something now, bro. You gonna keep teaching me about the goddamn birds and the bees, bro. Bro. Every time I ask them, son, I ask people from the Manosphere, bro, what has changed, bro? What has changed? They still can't tell me. I'm waiting for a brother to really come from the Manosphere and be like, yo, bro, the first time I seen a video, it was like this. And you know what? I was like this with chicks and shit like that. And you know what I mean? Maybe I was looking at it like this. But it's so crazy how I adopted these things in my life and shit. And how women started to boom, 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 and how in turn me, because Manosphere is really about you, not about the woman, right? That's how come they ain't got no women in the damn manclave.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
That's why I ain't got no women in the manclave. Listen to me, bro. The conclave, the manclave. Listen to me, bro. Facts. And I created the manclave term. Listen to me, bro. Why you think you don't got no women in the manclave? Tell me why. Why? Why? Because even half of a woman, if she go in the building of the manclave and sit around, and she watch this shit for the weekend, she can be like, You know women. Women are internal. We're external. They gonna sit back like, wait a minute, this shit ain't right. Yo, bruh, this shit ain't right. Only people you could beat in the head, pause, is some fool ass niggas that's gonna be there. That's it, bro. What is it doing? What is it doing? Some of the men was married and going to the damn man clave. Why would you be married going there? What is it gonna help you? What, to talk? Oh, so you just a fan. If you married, got whole situations already, and you going over there, what you going over there for? Because it's about women and how you gonna get women and shit like that. Really? They want to make it about STEM and science and all this other shit, like the shit at school, whatever, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Niggas ain't online talking about no goddamn STEM. Niggas ain't online talking about no motherfucking all this other stuff. They ain't talking about that. No, they not. We don't hear none of that shit in the talking point. So if that shit is in the conclave, manclave, then whatever the fuck. But that's why they ain't got no women there. One woman coming that shit and gonna expose the whole manclave. Niggas gonna be running out that shit like FBI was running. Straight. That's how she gonna look around in that shit, bro. Telling you, bro. Don't worry, son. They're all gonna come flying in, bro. Trust me, God is God, son. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against people, son. You know what I'm saying? So I don't wish people harm or none of those things like that. But as far as that goes, I can't. As far as that goes, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Don't push the button. I have to talk about it. Yeah, as far as that goes, yeah, man. You can't do it.
Have no effect on families.
Not at all.
I don't think the intentions was to have an effect on families. I think this was isolated to understand the mentality of a particular person. It ain't have nothing to do about family.
Well, and that's the I don't understand.
The MRAs was a family.
Listen to what the bar that Darwin just said. He said it was not about family. It's about being aimed to a specific person. Bro, Darwin is from that side. Darwin is not supposed to be saying these things. They call him Bruiser. I guess his name Bruiser. Bruiser not supposed to be saying these things. If he from anywhere over that fence, why is he saying that? I was like, what? And this is some of the first shit he started saying. I was like, you from there? The fuck is he talking about then? Because this shit makes sense to me. Because it ain't about family. So how's something gonna be about a man or a woman, but it ain't about family? The shit don't make sense right there, nigga. Don't be stupid. You don't gotta be the smartest person in the room, son. Okay? Jay Prince said he the most stupidest nigga in the room. Let's all be the fucking stupidest nigga in the room so we can figure this shit out. Look, think about that. You doing something for men to help men to achieve, but then this is not about family. What the fuck is that shit is about then? What? And he from over there, Darwin, he just said this. So look at the rules, look at the whole play, look at the game right there. The first word that he opened his mouth to say is exposing exactly what the whole grift is about and exactly what the manosphere is about. The man ain't spent 10 minutes there. He's already exposed it already. This shit is a grift, son. Take the talking point you got, add it to your life like anything else that you've read in your life. But besides that, what the hell you think it's about sitting around talking about some shit all day? No, son, it's about living some shit, bro. It's about living. When we getting all these points on all this talking shit, we forget about living. When we get like that nigga that was on Chaotic Truth with the fucking gematria shit, I know his name, but I'm just saying that guy, you get caught up in the numbers and you start missing life, bro. So I'm saying, because I know his wife is tired of them goddamn numbers. Okay? Only number she want is the size of that inside her. Period, point blank. She don't give a fuck about all this other dumb shit that I'm talking about. You think she cares what he talking about? No, nigga. I keep telling that nigga, stop being like Jim Carrey in the movie 23. Get out the numbers, bro. Start living life. And that's what I would tell a young person. Fuck what they talking about. Live life, meet a girlfriend. You're going to break a heart. You're going to go through some heartbreaks and you're going to have to live it. But that's how you learn it. But you're not going to keep learning what a woman wants from men. That shit's going to be non-cipher. That shit's going to be a fail. You're going to learn about women from women. Women are going to tell you what they think women want. If some of it correlates through many women, because many women are going to be all different. Yeah, women are different. But some things may be, you know what I mean, studied through all women. You say, okay, because women may tell you that, bro. But you're going to learn it from women. Or a man with an open mind that's going to tell you about some shit, because he's going to tell you from mistakes that he's made as well. He's not going to be talking to you from just statistical points. He's going to talk to you from mistakes as well, to say, you know what, I used to try it like this, or I tried this, but I've seen that this has failed, or this didn't work for me. So I don't think you should try that, because I've tried that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different kind of interaction. It's a different kind of conversation. It's more about, like an apprenticeship, you actually learning on the job. And these guys are just sitting around at home doing an online course. That's what this manosphere shit. It don't seem like these men is learning on the job. It don't seem like these men is applying that shit. It don't seem like these men could get any less or more women than they could get from before. And that's what it seems like. Just like Brutal Reviews ass too, nigga. Straight. Like, yo, you got a girl now? Nah, I ain't got no girl. I'm by myself, but I understand now. So I'm smart and lonely? Fuck, that works out. But you believe in this shit and you're an advocate? Fuck you. Hell no. Huh? How did it help you? How did it help me? How did it help you, bro? Niggas can't tell me yet. I'm still waiting for a Manosphere nigga to tell me how it helped you. My link's in the chat, nigga. I want to hear nothing from none one of you niggas. Tell me how the shit changed some shit for you, and don't come up here lying, nigga. Straight. If I start paying for some of you niggas lie detector testers, nigga, I ain't broke.
No, well, I think we seen, when we look at Redfield, Manosphere, them telling people not to get married, still out here having sex, those things are affecting families. So I'm trying to figure out.
Because there's no family. They're affecting single people who are dating, right? Don't date to marry. Don't date to have children. But it's not affecting a family because the family hasn't been built.
No, so if a man go out there and have sex